What's up, guys? So today we're gonna go outside into the garden and check on everything after the freak Arctic blizzard. Well, not blizzard because it didn't snow, but Arctic frost. It got down to like, I think, 10 degrees. I was actually out of town for a few days and we didn't have water. Our pipes bust, frozen bust. Even though we had a heat lamp in the well, the outside is what actually froze and bust. And so my husband was out of water for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And so we got that fixed, but now we are back. Just got back in last night with the kids and had some errands to run. And so I haven't fully checked on the garden yet. So I want to check on the garden. I want to check on the stuff in the greenhouse. But before I do that, we are actually going to get dinner thrown into the Instapot. I'm going to be making taco soup. And so I pulled out all the ingredients already. Nehemiah is going to help put them inside of the Instapot. I'm loosely following a recipe that I just looked up because I knew I wanted to use some of these canned ingredients that I had, and I wanted something simple. Even though it got up to like 70 degrees today, it's been I'm just ready for something nice and warm. And I think we have some leftover bread that I froze, so I just took that out and we'll have taco soup for dinner. So I actually plan on participating in, I think it's the 3 Rivers Challenge. It's like a pantry challenge where you try to use up all of your things that you preserved and have stockpile of over the year. And so I already had these cans of corn and tomato products. I have lots and lots of olives. So if you guys have any idea of what I can do with lots of canned olives, I bought them because my girls had really liked olives, and then now they're not so much into olives anymore. And so if you guys have any recipes including olives, definitely let me know down in the description box. Because I have lots of those, and that's something that I want to use during the month of January. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to what she's doing is that she is not spending any money during the month of January and sometimes February. I think for me, I would probably, give myself like a $25, fresh fruits and veggies budget, just for things like cheese and things that I actually, bananas and just some fresh fruit, I think would be really good. Okay, so I put that on slow cooker, but it is in my Instapot. Everything is already cooked because the beef is cooked, and then it was just canned corn and all of that. So it should just really needs to warm up. Oh, UPS is here. So first thing right off the back, this is the area that you guys saw me cover with the frost fabric right here, because I had onions in it. All the onions look smushed and pretty dead. This one still has some life in it. That one's not even planted. So we'll see about that one. But for the most part, they look not alive. That one still has some, well, that's super unfortunate. Let's check. It did get down to 10 degrees, and onions, the baby carrots are still there. Onions, when I read last year, can only handle down to about 21. So that's that bad. The cauliflower that wasn't covered all the way, you can see, fell over. I mean, but still has life in it. I don't know if there's a cauliflower in there. Oh yeah, there actually is a cauliflower in there. This one, yeah, there's a baby cauliflower in there as well. This is like 2 different herbs mixed together. They still seem to be doing good. The most thing that I wanted to protect were the onions, and those didn't. The ones that I didn't cover at all are absolutely dead. All of the sugar snap peas are dead, but of course the garlic that I planted is still alive. Mostly all of this down here is the elephant garlic, and that is all thriving. I did have a patch of carrots here, and The leaves seem to be dead, so I guess we'll dig around and, yeah, pull out the bottoms. Oh, wow. Yep. That's cool. So, yeah, we can just take out all of the carrots. I'm pretty sure if you left carrots in the ground, the bottoms would be fine. But with the tops being dead, ooh.
Is this ready? Because this white.
Yeah, that's a white carrot or a yellow carrot maybe. Oh, cool. That's a carrot. No, nice. You guys let me know if carrots stay in the ground and the tops are dead. I think the carrots will be fine, but that they won't keep growing. I may be mistaken, so if someone is more familiar with that than me, you can let me know. So the little bit of lettuce that was left over didn't do well. This whole bed was Brussels sprouts, and I didn't cover these, and they don't seem to be affected. They still seem solid and healthy, so that's good to know. Brussels sprouts, the only one that's looking a little limp is this one, but the rest of them, this does have a little frost damage, but for the most part they are looking good. Cabbages that were growing are damaged, smushy. Isn't it so amazing that everything else dies and weeds thrive? This is purple henbit. Yeah, that's nasty. So this is the other bed of onions that we covered with this sheet, and some of them still seem to be doing well, but then we have some that not so well. So I'm going to leave these, and then whichever ones continue to grow, that would be awesome. Another bed of weeds that survived. This is another bed of carrots, and a lot of tops died, but again, I don't think any.
Wow, that's extra fat.
Oh yeah, we'll try and maybe leave these. These ones look better than.
Leave these.
These carrots look better than
Can you pick the small ones then?
Yeah, the carrot tops on these look better than the other ones, so I'll leave these and let them continue to grow. But we'll put these with our other carrots and we'll wash those off in a little while. The lavender is still alive, so that's nice. Wow, that cabbage is still doing good, solid. This one looks like it has a little more damage, it's a little softer. Wow. So these red cabbages, they do have some damage, but the heads are still hard. This one, not so much, but most of them did really good.
Look at these.
That's a big ant pile. We're gonna have to get rid of that. All of these onions, garlics that we planted here are alive, but you can see the broccoli that was going to seed. All's dead.
Some are still.
The garlic in this bed seems to be doing okay. I did have baby sprouts in here, like some beets and stuff, and those seem like they died. The rosemary is still alive. This cattle panel fell off, so that's interesting. I don't know if it froze the zip ties and just popped them. Yeah, so we'll have to get this back up.
It broke the chains.
This garlic, I do see some that look like it has some damage.
And it went through this ant pile.
Some down here. This back part of my garden, no, Nia, leave that. Leave that. This back part of my garden is actually probably the last part to when the sun comes up, because the sun is coming up from back here, and with it being winter, it's coming up lower, and so it takes this part of the garden to defrost. It's the last part to defrost, and so that doesn't surprise me that the things at the farthest back, as far as these garlics, stayed frosted the longest, and so that's probably why I'm seeing more damage towards the back rather than the front, because the front part of the garden gets the most sun first, and then it starts coming back towards this way.
Hard.
It's hard. So this is the bed of cabbages and cauliflowers.
And this one's good. Hard.
That cauliflower is mushy, where the other ones weren't. What'd you say was hard?
This one.
Oh yeah.
This one's not. It's smushy. Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Wow, that looks extra hard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Can you pick it?
Yeah, you can pick it, and we'll see if there's anyone else that's good. You can pick all of the cauliflowers. Open the.
That one has one. Maya can't pluck this out.
That one's mushy. I think this one would be the biggest one. Whoa. Oh wow, it's dead. Maybe he froze.
Ugh, get out.
Just let's see. I didn't bring out any pruners or anything. Okay, we'll leave this and come back for it. The nice part about this bed is it was full with weeds, and since the cold, as you can see, all of these weeds died. I think I'm going to take the chickens that I put over there before I left and put them in this bed. Borage is definitely dead in this bed.
Honey.
Yeah. And over here. Before I move those chickens, I want to check on the greenhouse. So I didn't bother putting in my, what's this called, green stock. I bought these onions outside. And like I said, I haven't been here, so looks like some of them dried out. But so I'll have onions to replace the onions that died.
Did strawberry die?
This does have some frost damage on it. This spearmint has frost damage, but that will come back. Summer savory should come back. Wow. So the rosemary in here is alive. Some strawberries are alive. This is mustard, died. Cilantro. Sage. Didn't affect sage. And I think this was like some... This was dill. Dill didn't survive. So these trees definitely need to be watered and seem to be dried out. Obviously, if it was 10 degrees outside, it definitely frosted in here. And then of course, because there were some sunflowers that sprouted in here and they have frost damage. This one doesn't. This one seems to still be alive. So it definitely got cold in here. I don't know how cold. Completely forgot about these. So kohlrabi, this one seems alright, but I mean you can definitely tell that it has some damage. I think maybe I'll pick these. Yeah. I'll probably pick these since some did die, but that one still seems to be good. There's a few good ones in here. Oh wow, that's a really good size kohlrabi. But then we have some that don't really have a root, and you can tell that they were damaged. I gotta put their thing back up. So if you remember, we had them on this bed because it was just full of weeds, and we did throw in some weeds in here as well, some from the pathways here. And I think that they did a really good job. I'm going to use this rake and rake it all smooth.
Can I rake it?
Yes.
Oh, here. It is jamming the door.
Good job. I had Nehemiah watering the greenhouse for me while me and Anaya moved that chicken bed. The next, I don't know, 7 days, 10 days, the forecast is in the 70s, which is completely insane for it to go from 10, 15, 20 degrees to then go back up into the mid 70s. All of the other animals made it out through the cold. The ducks are right here. They're running from me right now. As you can see, we still have not filled the trees. But there are some spots where we just put the tree in, and then the ducks actually backfilled some of the holes. Like, I didn't fill that hole. So I'll have to move those wood chips when it comes time to actually plant these. There's some more down there. And then there was some more up there that they kind of backfilled by themselves. All of the chickens and the turkey made it through. We did wrap the chicken house with tarp. And then what you see on the ground is just hay from my son. Cleaned out the goat, where the goats are. And so he was able to clean out all of that hay that they pooped on and peed and all that. And I'm letting the chickens scratch through that for me. Hi. I don't know if you guys met Danny. We got him. I did share about it on Instagram. A family from my church, they had Danny as a pet for about 3 years. Their grandma did, but she was just getting too old to take care of him, so they asked if we wanted him, and so we got Danny. He is absolutely a pet. He's super sweet because they bottled raised him and played with him a lot, and so if you scratch his head, he thinks that you're playing with him and he'll start pushing on you. So really, my son plays with him like that because I don't want a goat thinking I'm playing with them and pushing on me. We have had some breeding going on. Danny and our La Mancha goat, we named him Thor. My husband had seen both of them breeding. That's why we have them in that small area instead of on the big pasture, because I read that the best time for breeding is in fall, from I think it was September to December, and obviously it's December, and goats take 5 months to have babies. So we're looking around the end of May for goat babies, which is going to be something completely new experience that I've never done before. I'm excited and nervous about it. I was at Home Depot earlier and I got the yellow paint. Let's see, that's probably true color for the bottom cabinets. I decided that I am going to put the doors back on and paint them yellow, so hopefully we'll get to do that pretty soon. And then I also picked up some clearance plywood. I'm going to be making shelves for that area where I have the metal fence, or the metal what is this called? This metal rack in that corner where we had a built-in cabinetry. I want to extend our counter, and so I was looking at all the different options of doing butcher block, but I do want it to be 3 shelves instead of buying cabinetry. I'm not very handy. I watched the tutorials and stuff like that, but I just wanted something really simple, and so I'm going to be making a counter using this plywood and some just wood and all of that, and I'll make a video and show you guys. Okay, just poured me a bowl of soup. I'm going to add some of this cheese to it. I don't have any sour cream. The bread is still frozen, so I'm gonna eat it with some of these chips. I am still recuperating from getting home late last night and for just being away and all that entails. And so I am a little tired today, but I think after eating this yummy food, warm food, even though it's really warm outside, probably 70 degrees, I think just after getting in some nice warm comfort food, tomorrow will be so much better. I did start off my day going to Home Depot, like I said, and was there for hours trying to decide on all the things. So that takes a lot of brain power. But thank you guys for hanging out with me today on just this run through of everything that's been going on after the frost. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.